Shalom. Shalom. Let me check this real quick. Bear with me. All right, come. Shalom. I'm going to start off, of course, giving all honor and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honors to the elders of great millstone who rule well, teach well, and sound doctrine. Strong shalom to the hopeful elect and the rest of the large multitude, men, women, and children. That the Lord will have mercy on these perilous times. Brother HAQADASH coming back with another lesson. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, Lord will is edifying.
Fallen state, right?
Right, because
and so white people have not fallen.
No, they rule America.
So they have not fallen.
Fallen into. Listen, the white man is doing exactly what he wants to do.
So he's not in a fallen state.
No.
Amazing. I bet if white people are not in a fallen state, why are they so afraid of the blacks?
You know why they're afraid of the blacks?
Why?
Because they're afraid if the blacks come out of that fallen state, then they will be in a fallen state. The white man's greatest fear is that black men get off drugs.
No, the white man's greatest fear is that black people are going to kill them and take their stuff.
If we're not on drugs, then we don't have something afflicting us, and we can focus on the real enemy.
Do you believe white people are superior?
No.
Do you believe in white supremacy?
No. I don't believe in white supremacy and the fact that they're supreme. But the white man does have the power to lock black men up, black women up. He does have the power to put drugs in our community, not in their community. He does have the power to hire and fire. So he does have that power. Saying it right. Give him that. Amazing.
What does that feel like to hear yourself blaming and complaining about another man and that you can't make it because some other man is keeping you down? I don't know what that feels like. I've never had that in my life.
3,000. And in the name of them towers falling, they went to war in Afghanistan. Now, they said only Osama bin Laden and whoever was down with him caused it. But they've killed millions of men, women, and children that were not with Osama bin Laden. And they have this slogan, "We will never forget." So every year, they bring up the crime.
I know, but you're going away from what I just asked, because I hear a lot of some white man keeping them down, and about some white man keeping them down, and they can't make it because of the white man. As a male,
right? You
said you don't believe the white man could keep you down, right?
White man hasn't kept me down.
So what have you done to keep the white man from keeping you down personally? Anyone that want to kill babies inside the womb, 70% of parent players who are abortion centers or in the mills or in the black communities that want to kill babies inside the womb, 70% of parent players who are abortion centers or in the mills or in the black communities. We just had a terrorist attack upon America by the far left liberal radical Black Lives Matter, an organization that was founded by a bunch of fat black lesbians and blacks going and stealing and killing and breaking in businesses. Blacks going and stealing and killing and breaking in businesses, and they reward the blacks for that. Why are blacks used for destruction rather than to build if they're not cursed?
Okay, so Blacks are even better because that's all I care about. So let's say all the blacks voted for Joe Biden.
But that's not why the Wall Street thing happened. The reason that happened was there were a couple black businessmen and white businessmen who disagreed on some type of a deal, and then they start arguing, fighting with one another, and just like any terrorist attack upon America, it went into a riot.
I want to give all the praises in the honor.
So you see the horrendous response from Captain Tazariak of the ISUPK. This was horrible, man. Okay, this was terrible. Okay, horrendous. All right, this man is basically stating that we're not oppressed. Okay, he says Esau has never kept him oppressed personally. All right, the reason why he had to change his name to Captain Tazariak cuts his whole mindset of him not being oppressed, because he had to change his name to Captain Tazariak. All right, this is not going to be long. I just want to get a few scriptures. This is Baruch chapter 3 verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power. Okay, so the Lord told us we are subject to payments, man. We have to buy water. We have to buy water when it's free. We buy wood. We buy all the things that nature provides for us. We have to buy because this man has it in captivity. How dumb do you have to be to say this shit? God damn, this is retarded, man. Excuse my language, but this is crazy, man. This is Isaiah 14. And 5, the Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. Okay, the scepter of the rulers, because why? Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay, so the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Okay, so if the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, that means we're not in rulership. Okay, Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Are we not in a state of mourning? You said you only care for the blacks, right? Because the blacks, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, first of all, okay, it's not about black people, okay? And we're not even black. I just did a lesson called the play on words. We're not black, all right? We're Israelites, okay? State us as Israelites, all right? Because we're scattered amongst all people. Do you not know the scriptures? I mean, I guess not. So if we go back to Isaiah 14, he said, what? Isaiah 14:5, Yahawah have broken the staff of the wicked. Right. So they had their rulership is going down, man. And you know why it's going down? Because we coming back to our heritage. What is this man talking about? All right. Baruch 2:28. Let's go right into the point. Let's start at 29. If we would not hear my voice, matter of fact, let's start at 28. As thou spakest by the servant Moses in the day when thou didst command him to write the law before the children of Yashala, saying, if you would not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations, where I will scatter them. The Lord scattered us amongst all the nations. You see, he scattered us amongst all the nations for a proverb and a reproach. But this man talking about the blacks, right? Darknesses, right? Like Dave Chappelle said. Listen, verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. Hold on, Lord. You saying that, and when we were going to come back to our nationality and remember ourselves, we were going to be in the land of our captivity? That's exactly what the Lord is saying. And shall know that I am YAHWAH, BAHASHAM YAHWASHI, for I will give them a heart, meaning understanding, and ears to hear, right? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. And they shall praise me, in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers which sinned before the Lord. Okay? So we're going to return from our stiff neck and our wicked deeds. Why? Because we're in the land of our captivity. Going back to Isaiah 14:5, Yahweh have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the ruler. So now we're able to come back into the fold, man. 6, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth. So what is this man talking about? What is he talking about, man? This man is ruling the nations in anger. We're oppressed, man. The whole earth is at rest and it's quiet. They break forth into singing. So apparently Captain Cesariot, okay, like we played, and been going into, apparently he must be Edom then. All right, he must be Esau dressed in the Israelite wardrobe, because he's not oppressed. Yeah, man. The fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow has come up against us. Even the goddamn air, man. The trees, the water, the fishes, the birds, the beasts of the field are all oppressed by this man, like we brought out in Proverbs. We're all oppressed. Matter of fact, let's get Hebrews real quick. This is ridiculous, man. Are you not an Israelite, man? Or do you not read the scriptures? Hebrews 2:14. I'll start right there. For as much then as the children are partakers of flesh and blood, he also himself likewise took part in the same, that through death he might destroy him that had the power of death, that is the devil. Who has power of death? That is the devil. Who is the devil? Esau, Edom. 2 Maccabees 7:16. Then looked he unto the king and said, thou hast power over men, thou art corruptible. Thou doest what thou wilt, yet think not that our nation is forsaken of Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI. So they got power over men. They do what they will, man. They do what they will, man. They're corruptible. You see that? So Hebrews 2, the last part of 14 again, to destroy him that had power of death, that is the devil. Right, 1 Corinthians 15 tell you that the YAHWASHI is going to put all rule and subjection under his feet. The last enemy to be conquered is death, which is Esau, Edom. He's that last ruler in 2 Corinthians 6:9 that's going to be conquered, man, because he's ruling the nations in wrath with a continual stroke. Okay, in Micah 2, he meditate upon his bed how he's going to keep you oppressed. Habakkuk 2, okay, his ways are not upright, man, in him, man. It says, and delivered them who through fear of death were what, Lord? In Hebrews 20:15, and delivered them who through fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage. Hold on, Most High. All our life we're subject to bondage? Yes, that's right, because we're still under these vibrations of the wicked, man. Isaiah 61:1, the spirit of Yahweh AHBANAWA is upon me, because Yahweh have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He have sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty, meaning freedom, okay, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of Yahweh and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn. You see, this is what we're doing. The Spirit of the Lord is upon us so that we can proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord in the day of vengeance. Why? Because we're to proclaim liberty unto the captives and the opening of the prison to them that are bound. Okay? To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil for joy, of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of Yahweh, that he might be glorified. You see, because why? When you go back to Isaiah 14:17, it says, let's start at 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners? You see, we never were free, man. We're not free. Floyd, like Apostle Tahar said, Floyd Mayweather's not free, right? Okay, Tyler Perry's not free. Oprah Winfrey's not free. Okay, we just read, and it says, matter of fact, it says yeah, they open the house of the prison, but we just read in Baruch chapter 3 that we're subject to payments. Okay, and we just read in Hebrews 2 all our life. Matter of fact, let's go back to that. Hebrews 2. It says 15, and delivered them who through fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage. Watch this. Now, do we have something like this? Is our face on that on the banknote that we possess? No, man. Now this is all coming to America, right? In the made-up land called Zamunda. But his face is on the money because they rule. He's a prince. He rule. But our face is not on the money, man. This is not our face. This is Benjamin Franklin, man. The Edomite. And I got always pull out, gotta bring it up again. What did RAWCHAA say? In 1815, RAWCHAA made his famous statement, "I care not what puppet is placed upon the throne of England to rule the empire on which the sun never sets. The man who controls the British money supply controls the British empire. I control the British money supply." You see? So the one who controls the banks, okay, controls the people. Okay? And let's get the other one. This is a revised version. I don't like this version, but let's just read it. "Let me issue and control the nation's money, and I care not who writes its laws, because the laws become irrelevant to the one who makes who control the finances and which way the money goes and who has the money." These people are quadrillionaires, man. They took all our gold. They still have King David's gold, man. Okay, because what you gotta realize, man, the kingdoms. When you go to Sirach 10:8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Right? You see? You see? So by the deceit and the witchcraft that Esau has done over the years, over the thousands of years, this is how the kingdoms are translated. They just go from one kingdom or one man to the next. One king to the next. Okay? All the gold, all the riches and resources stays the same. Okay? It stays the same. Okay? The only difference is that now Esau has took all the true riches, kept them for himself, and he put artificial riches out there. Created banknotes. All right? He created banknotes out of thin air. Okay? The dollar bill is not even real. It don't even exist. Which is why he can print whatever he wants. All right, verse 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. Right. So that's because he's the wicked, man. Okay, the wicked do wicked things, man. For such an one setteth his own soul to sell, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels. Right. So all you Israelites that's envying your oppressor and trying to choose his ways, and you coveting after his things, you see, you're wicked as well, man. And you're selling your own soul, man. You see, you're selling your own soul because you don't have enough patience to wait on YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI, man. All right. So of course bruh, like Apostle Tar did. Let's watch this. Let's type in oppression. And this Bible app, it come up 30 times, man. Okay? 30 times. The Lord, the scriptures say, oppression maketh a, matter of fact, let's just grab it. Ecclesiastes 7:7. Oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyed the heart. So why is Captain Tazariak so mad if he wasn't oppressed? Don't he care for his people? Don't he supposedly go out there and teach and do different things according to the scriptures? He's supposed to. Because he's oppressed, man. He's oppressed. You can't get around this, man. Ecclesiastes 4:1. So I return and consider all the oppressions that are done under the sun, and behold the tears of such as were oppressed, and they had no comforter. And on the side of their oppressors there was power, but they had no comforter. You see? This is what the Lord is talking about. See, listen, man. You can easily discern if you can easily discern if people is for the Lord or not, man. This is ridiculous, man. Like I said at the beginning of the lesson, this is horrendous. Okay, this is stupid, man. All right, this is really dumb. I mean, shit, man. Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice YAHAWAH, to observe, to do all his commandments and statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. When are we going to get free from this, Lord? 68. And then Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again, meaning captivity, bondage, with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye should be sold unto your enemies for bondman, slave man, and bondwoman, slave woman, and no man shall buy you, meaning no man shall redeem you. So if we go back to Baruch 3. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquity of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power. You see? What is this guy talking about, man? It's like, let me see. Yeah, Khan. SOZ, I'm a one my shy. If Captain Zazariak ain't oppressed, Yahweh is a liar. Right. And we both know, we all know that the Lord is not a liar, man. Okay? He's a man that shall not lie, man. Okay? So everything, we don't have to make this a long lesson. Okay, I brought out without shadow of doubt clear evidence. It's like the Apostle Torah said, man. It's so much you can go into with this topic. All you got to do, the ones who tuned in late, Shalom, YAHWASHI, YAHWASHI, go back to the beginning of the lesson, the precepts that I pulled out without a shadow of a doubt. You see. Let's get one more. First Esdras 5:72. But the heathen of the land lying heavy upon the inhabitants of Judea, and holding them straight, hindereth their building. You see? That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to hinder our building, the spiritual temple, that third temple. And by their secret plots and popular persuasions and commotions, they hinder the of the building all the time that the King Cyrus lived, so that they were hindered from building for the space of 2 years until the reign of Darius. So it's the same thing going on now, man. The same thing going on now, because why? Proverbs 15, Proverbs 19:5. A false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speaketh lies shall not escape. Many will treat the favor of the prince, and every man is a friend to him that giveth gifts. So everybody that's taking that bag, of course they're going to be Esau's friend. All the brethren of the poor do hate him. You see, why does it say that? All the brethren of the poor do hate him. Because we're at a poor state. We're not at a royalty state, which is why I showed this. Show my RAWCHAA quote. But we don't have our own money, man. Okay? We're subject to payments. I don't give a damn how much money you got, how many businesses, whatever you do in life. If your face not on that note, you don't own a goddamn thing, man. All right? You got to go to your enemy for food, water, and shelter. Like you obviously can read in the curses of Deuteronomy 28. All the brethren of the poor do hate him. How much more do his friends go far from him? He pursueth them with words, yet they are wanting to him. You see? Matter of fact, when you go into what I was about to grab, oh yeah, going back, Revelations 2 and 9. It says, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. Because Esau has to be rich carnally. We're rich spiritually, which is going to manifest to the physical. They have to do it now. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan, right? So the Lord said we know our tribulation. He know our poverty, man, but we are rich. So like we brought out in Isaiah 14, man, they didn't open the house of the prisoners, man. That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners, man. And again, one more time, because obviously Jake is crazy with it, man. Isaiah 61 and 1, the Spirit of the Lord Yahweh is upon me, because the Lord have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek, and have sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, because we're not in a royalty stat. We're not living, okay? We're dead. We're not truly living right now. To proclaim liberty, meaning freedom to the captives, man. And the opening of the prison to them that are bound. How hard is this, man? Brother posted Isaiah 19:20 SOZ. I'm a one with my shot, and it shall be for a sign. Isaiah 19:20, and it shall be for a sign and for a witness unto Yahawah of armies of hosts, Tazabawath, in the land of Matazariah, Misraim, Egypt. For they shall cry unto the Yahawah because of the oppressors, and he shall send them a savior and a great one, and he shall deliver them. You see? And he shall deliver them. Okay, why? Why we need to be delivered, Lord? Because we're oppressed. We're oppressed. We're subject to bondage. All our life. Let me get that one more time. Probably could close out with that, and I'm gonna get one more. Hebrews 2. Going back to that, Hebrews 2 and 15. And delivered them who through fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage. We're not free, man. Come on, man. We're not free, man. Okay, so this is why the Lord had to do what he did in the first place. Until we get to go into that new covenant, until we get into the kingdom, we're in captivity, man. So is the air, so is the, like I said, the fishes, the birds, every goddamn thing in this world is oppressed. All right. It was one more I was thinking about. It's like, yeah. Damn, what I was thinking about? I lost my train of thought. This is Psalms. The brother posted Psalms 106 and 42. Their enemies also oppressed them, and they were brought into subjection under their land. Right, man. Our enemies oppressed us, and we brought to subjection. This is Ezekiel 36 and 1. Also, thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel, and say, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord. Thus said the Lord HALALYAM, because the enemy have said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. You see, so they took our ways, man, and everything we uphold to, even our land, and they have it in their possession. Therefore, we're oppressed, dude. What are you talking about? Therefore, prophesy and say, thus said the Lord. This nigga said, he said, the white man has never oppressed him. That's how, like I said at the beginning of the lesson, nigga, you had to change your name from Stephen Johnson to Captain Cesariak. Not saying Stephen is his real name, but you had his name, man. The fact that your name is Cesariak shows that what you are oppressed, nigga. Like, what is you talking about? Thus said the Lord Elohim, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen, and ye are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are in the infamy of the people, man. The hell is this guy talking about? Yo, Jake is crazy. It's like I said, man, before, man. It's something new every time, man. It's something new every time with these camps, man. Sheesh, dude. That's pretty much it, man. We could close out. Again, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honor to the apostles and elders of great millstone, who rule well and teach well in sound doctrine, being a great example to the ministry of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Shalom, shalom to the and humble salutation to the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and the rest of the men, women, and children, the large multitude that the Lord will have mercy on. Brother HAQADASH, Shalom.